Back inside the arena in San Juan City for our continuing live and exclusive coverage of the UAAP Season 74 Women's Volleyball Tournament. This is brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Adamson University making a statement early on in the first set, taking it 25-18.
That is so right, partner. You know, Adamson entering the game full of intensity right away, making a statement, and Sheila Pineda just really worked the first set and win. That's why they were able to win it against FEU. But FEU really put up a challenge in the end. Lumapit pa yung score ng FEU. But in the end, again, Adamson just taking charge with Pao Soriano, ending that set. Back-to-back middle hit points from Pao Soriano.
It was started off by the hot play, the sizzling start of Sheila Pineda, and then Pao Soriano just coming alive, turning it on when she wants to, and helping the Lady Falcons take set number 1.
As you can see the numbers, the Lady Falcons 15 attack points against the only 9 of FEU. You know why? There were so many attempts, but in this first set, quite erroneous on the part of the Lady Falcons and on the part of the Lady Tams. Marami nilang attack errors. Yung mga outside hits nila Vargas and just not to be done in this game, in a game with this caliber. Siyempre, ito yung time na kailangan percentage ka. And you have to hit the line, you have to hit the areas.
And we can expect that Giselle C will set up more balls for Rosemary Vargas here in set number 2. Thank you once again for joining us on Studio 23. I'm Anton Rojas. Joining me, of course, is Mosey Ravena. We have Erica Liboro and Bea Coronel helping us out at courtside.
Zapanta blocked.
Giselle C, it's a back set there. Soriano keeping it alive. Zapanta, can she come alive here for Adamson? Looking for a check ball, won't get it. Point for FEU. Let's go now to Bea Coronel.
Well, Anton, tapang, tiwala at tatag. These are the 3 things that Mommy Dulce attributed the Lady Falcons' performance in the last set to. Now, she said that they seem not only way more confident, but also as if they were enjoying the game, something that she wants to continue to see. However, the biggest concern is that the girls don't get too dependent on Sheila Pineda. Mommy Dulce prompted the other girls to observe coverage, always be aware of the team's position on the court, and of course, be ready to be the alternative option. Now, aware that FEU is definitely a comeback type of team, don't expect the Lady Falcons to just slow down. Anton and Mosey.
Thanks, Bea.
Exactly. FEU is indeed that type of a team. They will just not quit.
Oh, yes.
And that was evidenced, of course, by their first round matchup against LaSalle.
Of course, you have the championship history. FEU still holds the most won UAAP games in women's volleyball with 29 championships to their name.
Of course, the last championship, as I mentioned a while ago, came against Adamson University in Season 70 with players like Rachel Andakis, as you mentioned a while ago, Wendy Ann Semana.
Oh, yes.
And then for...
What a cast.
Yeah. And for Adamson, of course, we remember Leslie Ann Gata.
And I think Adamson still looking for their first UAAP title.
Yes. Let's go now to Erica Liboro.
Yes, Anton, both Coach Ness and the coaching staff agreed that the girls started really weak on the first set. They need to move quicker. Mabagal ang kilos ng simula nila kaya compared to the last game. Now, for this set, Coach Ness said a lot of reminders to the Lady Tamaraws. Huwag lumayo sa spikes ng Falcons. Timing must be taken into consideration. Bilangan ng blockades. Now, he needs to see more execution of combination plays from the Lady Tams. Coach rarely saw the Lady Tamaraws challenge the Lady Falcons. He did not give them easy points. Lastly, he told his setter, stay calm. Masyado kang nararatal. Huwag magpanic. Forget the first set and let's win the second one. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Erica. Well, indeed, FEU seemed a little bit more unconcerned as compared to Adamson in the first set. But right now, we're seeing a different FEU.
And the spikes are just getting stronger from the green side.
Perhaps that first set defeat was just what they needed to wake up and realize that they do not want to let this great opportunity to get solo third place slip away from them.
a firm grip on that third place. And even it can even go up to second place.
Yeah. And if FEU goes on to win this game, it will be a very interesting next matchup against Ateneo.
That's right.
Who's up next in their schedule. But of course, either way, it's going to be a very interesting scenario in the Final Four. Because as we mentioned a while ago, Adamson has a chance to force a three-way tie.
And yeah, just looking at the standings, you know that each and every game after, including this one, will really mean a lot to those teams in the middle of the pack.
Talking, of course, about UST and the two teams on the floor right now, FEU and Adamson. Two teams chasing, the three teams chasing LaSalle and Ateneo.
Oh, that was overset.
Takes advantage.
So Adamson taking that gift.
UST improving their record to 7 wins and 5 defeats with a straight set victory against UE right before this game.
Oh, and the net violation called against Pineda gives the point to the Lady Tams.
7-6 in favor of the Lady Falcons, who already took the first set 25-18. Pineda against that double block of FEU. Giselle C sets to the left. Nicely dug up there by Vasquez.
Oh.
Pineda. Wow.
What a hit coming from Pineda.
The Lady Falcons are enjoying this 2-point lead. We'll be back. Far Eastern University, of course, the winningest team in the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Let's take a look at the remaining schedule. They play Ateneo and then UE in their final game of UAAP Season 74 in the elimination round.
That's right, all important games for FEU, including this one. But it will really be more complicated. If they win this one, the match against Ateneo will put so much weight on these two squads. Why? Because they want to be in the final, the second slot, the second place in the Final Four.
But Mozi, do you think that there is added pressure on the part of FEU to win this game? Because if you compare the schedules of UST and Adamson, FEU is the only team that's playing one of the top 2 teams in the remaining schedule.
That's right. That's correct, Anton. I'm sure they really want to take this game away from Adamson and at least secure 8 wins. And then bahala na yung diba, yung susunod kasi medyo risky na yung succeeding games nila. So I'm pretty sure they know that the importance of this one in winning this one against Adamson.
In the first round, Ateneo defeated FEU 3-1. But of course, Coach Nes Paminar would like to just focus on this afternoon's game first.
Guevara on the middle hit takes a point. Oh, single block, but I think it's a net block. So point goes to FEU.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's see, sayang yun because there was only one blocker for FEU. Pao Soriano. Na-touch, na-block rin.
Pao Soriano this time just tipping it over that double block of FEU. Free ball here. Makatuno. Pineda. And Pineda continues to show her worth.
She has done a spectacular job so far in carrying those points for Lady Falcons. Of course, with the help also of Soriano. This is what you want to have on the side of the Lady Falcons. Yung kanina nga you mentioned, it has to be a team effort. And the big 3 should really have their numbers today if they want to win this against FEU.
So far, Sheila Pineda is getting hers. Soriano has had her moments. If Zapanta clicks, then it will be very hard for the Lady Tamaraws, excuse me, to defeat the Lady Falcons this afternoon.
Vasquez on the dig.
They're giving opportunities to Mayat Zapanta. And now, Majorie Rojas there, nicely dug up by Vasquez.
Oh, not free ball, sayang, but not a very pretty first ball.
Great job by Zapanta to keep that one alive for her squad. Vargas denied, but the ball is still alive. Zapanta winning that joust at the top of the net. Point for Adamson.
That's right. Rojas a bit late into saving that block ball. Hinabol na lang niya but Zapanta was just all too ready for that block. In fact, isang kamay na lang ginamit ni Zapanta to take that point.
Vargas has been having a difficult afternoon so far. The blockers of Adamson really watching Vargas.
That's right, and Pao Soriano once again from the middle, just a tip this time because she saw there were already 3 blockers in front of her. Went the easier way.
12-9 in favor of the Lady Falcons. Vargas once again. And that double block of the Lady Falcons has really been there to defend against Vargas.
And look at this, in spite of the set being more closer to FEU, FEU may nagka-violation at the net. Pao Soriano able to contour her body to take that point and save the ball.
Coach Nes Pamilar has been sending in a lot of fresh bodies off the bench.
Trying to get that combination.
Basas, the most recent player off the bench.
Vargas finally finding her groove on that last play of a combination.
Vargas really has to come alive for FEU. She has been the barometer for the Lady Tams here in UAP Season 74. Top scoring for the Lady Tams in 6 out of their 11 wins.
But today, her points has come in trickles so far, but we are only in the second set as we see this combination play. Soriano once again on the tail end and taking the point. So it has been Pineda and Soriano for the Lady Falcons.
Vargas. That time from the weak side, but
again a wide ball from Vargas. Really not getting her timing so far.
15-10.
Vargas
For Adamson.
unable to get her groove going so far. And it's not helping FEU's cause.
And is it going to be called in? Adamson
It's a corner pass.
saying that it went out. Let's try to take a look.
Service.
Oh, that's a line ball. So
So it should be, that's the correct call.